What's going on, y'all? Attorney Tom here. It's mid-August, which means the new law school year is starting, and I got some recommendations to do a video about law school. So I thought I would make it more fun than that. So we are leaving the comfort of r/AttorneyTom on Reddit and going to r/law school. But before I react to r/law school, let me first give you some unsolicited advice about law school. First and foremost, the most important thing about law school is the people you're going to meet while in law school. Your classmates are going to be the people you are going to be practicing law with for the rest of your career. If you're someone like me, who started their own law firm almost immediately out of law school, these are the people who are going to send you business. Your reputation means everything. Nobody's going to give a shit about what grade you got in Contracts 1 or Torts 1 or Constitutional Law in 5 years. Nobody cares. But everybody remembers the person who was a total to the entire class in law school. Don't be a be loved. Share your outlines. Share information. Help out classmates. It will pay dividends. Second, law school really isn't that hard. It's not. But it's a ton of pressure. The only grade in law school is the final. So I knew people who were objectively 20 times smarter than me. But when they got to the final, they really couldn't handle the pressure very well, and it hurt their performance. So you have to practice your final under game time conditions. Practice the pressure. Practice feeling the pressure. Prepare to feel that. If you can handle the pressure, the material isn't rocket science. Third and final piece of advice. If you're a 1L, the first semester, you need to learn how to read a case, how to decipher a case, how to extract relevant information. All that stuff's important. But the second you feel like you know how to do that, get Quimby. Don't do all the reading. It's impossible. Oh, and also don't make your own outline either. Don't reinvent the wheel. Find the best outline from the class before, or the one that's been passed down for generations, and just use that one. Don't spend time creating your own outline. You're not special. You'll be fine. Okay, r/law school.
Leave hypotheticals in the subreddit, guys, and I'll give an answer. Usually it's a depends.
Happy August from a rising 3L. 1L, you ever feel like nothing good was ever gonna happen to you? 3L, yeah, and nothing did. So what? So yeah, even though I just said law school really isn't that hard, which is true, I am so glad I'm not in law school anymore. That, to be honest, it's just a whole bunch of reading, and spoiler alert, law school doesn't really teach you how to be a lawyer. It just teaches you to think like a lawyer. You're gonna have to learn everything all over again anyway once you start practicing law. How it feels going to 5 in-person classes in one day after a year and a half of Zoom School of Law. Yeah, I can only imagine. That totally sucks. And like I said earlier, the most important thing about law school is meeting people. So I would worry about the people going to law school over the past year or so is you didn't really get to meet that many of your classmates. Well, no advice, things I wish I knew before I started law school. Important advice for incoming law students. Law school is very easy. It's basically reading comprehension. That's kind of like what I said. Again, the only thing is the pressure. It's the pressure what makes it hard, and that is hard. 2, in many classes, you can just get an outline of the law discussed in the class and study for that for a bit and take the test. I got an A in corporations that way. Exactly, I already said that. Don't do journals or any other stupid waste of time and no educational or practical value. Try to get a real job. Clerkships are dumb. Kind of disagree with this. If you want to go the big law route, which I didn't, then you pretty much need a journal. They really, really look for candidates with a journal. And yeah, it might be stupid, but it's a checkbox that you have to click if you want to go the big law route. Also, clerkships are pretty good in my opinion, especially if you can get a baller clerkship with a really important judge. That pays dividends. Like anything else, The law is who you know. So getting a clerkship with a good judge gets you in front of a lot of other good lawyers. Number 5, don't worry about so-called cold calling. The only grade in class comes from a blindly scored exam. Just say you don't know the answer. So I disagree with this. I agree with the sentiment. Trust me, I hated cold calling. I hated mandatory reading. I thought it was totally BS. But if you are unprepared for class, they can demote your grade. Meaning if your blind exam is scored a B, well, then they'll just move that B down to a C plus or whatever. So you can still get demoted if you're not prepared for class. 6, don't argue over constitutional law. It's based on nothing. The Constitution is vague and incomplete. You can't actually justify any legal position based on the passing of the text. So don't just get caught up in a class. I kind of agree with this. You can pretty much argue anything you want. That's kind of the point of a lawyer. Also, I kind of like more practical matters. I didn't sign up for any of those constitutional classes or anything like that just because, I don't know, constitutional law just really wasn't my calling. I knew I wanted to be a plaintiff's lawyer. I wanted to sue the biggest and baddest corporations in the world. I wanted to fight for the little guy. I really had an affinity for torts, not constitutional law. Although constitutional law is obviously important, I don't know, just not really my cup of tea. Ready for 1L, not exactly a journal, but I finished my notebook covers for this fall. Oh my gosh. Torts, civil procedure, contracts, legal writing. Wow. That doesn't necessarily help you, but they look good. Working 1 day a week during 1L. I'm an incoming 1L and I'm gonna work Friday nights at a restaurant during the year and was wondering what people thought about it. I probably work 5 to 6 hours total a week. I have a pretty good time management skills and I plan to do all my work during the week. Thanks. I think that's fine. I think that's fine. Personally, I think law school woes are overhyped. Again, once you get a feeling for it, you'll be fine. It's really the first couple months where you learn what professors want, how to brief a case, how to extract info from the case that is actually helpful and not spend your time finding useless stuff. 1 night a week is, even at 1L, is totally fine. And I think you could jump that up if needed after the first semester. 1L, could you tell everything says that get a big backpack or carry your books around, but do you actually use your textbook in class or just take notes? It's going to depend on the professor, but a lot of times they want you to have the textbook with you because the textbook is just filled with a bunch of old cases and you're going to need to follow along and read, and they're going to point out stuff. So it's going to depend, but I would usually have the textbook with me. Lawyers and judges, wizards, magic words that shape reality, funny clothes, spend days and nights in a tower poring over obscure text to later make a dramatic public appearance, cool pointy hat. Damn. It's accurate. If you're British, you get a cool wig. What to wear to a law school barbecue. Hey y'all, I'm an incoming 1L here. My school is having a barbecue for new and current students this Saturday before class starts. It's outdoors and the weather here is really warm. Okay, I'm going to stop you right there. I empathize with this. The first day of law school, I wore a button-down t-shirt, dress shoes, wanted to look nice, some slacks, and then you realize that you just need to dress normally. From then on out, I wore blue jeans, a t-shirt, or a collared shirt. Nobody cares. You're in the heat. You need to be wearing shorts and a t-shirt, maybe a nice t-shirt, maybe like a short sleeve button down. Look neat and presentable. You want to make a good first impression. You don't need to overdo it. No suit, no formal dress. You got it. Or as my girlfriend would say, casual, cute clothing. Look at this one. This person says ass naked, Braveheart war paint, and a tie. Or you can do that and get expelled from law school on the first day. Quimby and LexisNexis. Hi. Anyone could share their thoughts and differences between case briefs given by LexisNexis and Quimby. I don't know if Quimby is worth subscribing to. Thank you so much. So I never got case briefs from LexisNexis, but you need to get Quimby. You need to get Quimby. It is a lifesaver. Just pay the money. Just do it. You'll thank yourself. Quimby should sponsor me. Quimby, if you're listening to this episode, it's not a podcast. If you're listening to this video, sponsor me, man. Come on, get Quimby. You'll thank me. Me willing my phone to ring with OCI offers. That's pretty funny. Did anyone get this question on the bar exam? The judge gave me 2 ankle bracelets. said it was the first time ever he had to do that. Your boy is a question on the bar exam. John Ralphio, I love Parks and Rec.
Your boy's a question on the bar exam.
I have no comment to add to that. And no, I did not get that question when I took the bar exam. Advice for an incoming 3L. I'm gearing up for my 3L. Does anyone have any advice on how to finish my law school education? I'm interested in criminal defense, but should I start networking, applying for jobs early, bar prep? Any advice would be helpful. So you're a 3L. You're over the hump. I wouldn't worry about school. I wouldn't worry about grades. You're probably gonna get the same grades you've always gotten because you know what law school is about. Start networking and start preparing for the bar. Take the bar serious because you only want to take it once. You can't even... I'm not even going to go there. Study your ass off for the bar so you pass, so you don't even have to worry about taking it again. And also start networking. Criminal defense is nothing like those fancy white-collar big law shops. You can pretty much get a job anytime. It's a rotating door. It's not as structured. So you can find a job anytime or find somebody who likes you and they'll offer you a job anytime. The way you find those people is by networking. And congratulations, truly, 3L year, a lot of fun, study for the bar, but enjoy time with your friends, network, have a good time, because then you start practicing law and you realize that you actually learned nothing in law school. And then there's a couple year learning curve for that. Okay, that's it for today's video. Anybody who's starting law school, good luck. I know you can do it. It's really not that bad. Just power through it. It's the best 3 years that you never want to do again. All right, y'all, hit that like button. Consider subscribing to this channel. We're having a lot of fun with it. I think we just passed 397,000 subscribers, which is incredible. All right, y'all, talk to you later. Bye.
He's a catastrophic injury attorney who accidentally became a YouTuber. Attorney Tom.